Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. Today is a good example of that. I have a couple of finished objects to show you, and I also have a little bit of knitting to talk about and my diamond painting. So if those are interesting to you, then stay with me. I appreciate you, every one of you who join in every week. My subscriber list is growing and my memberships are growing as well. And just to bring that up, last week Sarah Daly joined our membership group as an alpaca, and you will get a free pattern, as all the alpaca members will get at the beginning of the month. So at the beginning of April, you'll get an email with an offer code for my website, and you go out there and pick the pattern that you like, and it will be sent to you. So congratulations to Sarah. Last week, Cheryl joined and JNBS Mom joined, and we can't find you. We need to get an email address for you to get your free pattern. So be sure to send me your email address to Jeannie@onthehookcrochet.com, and we'll get you on that list. So congratulations to all of our members. I have a lot of members, but I was just trying to go back 1 week at a time to thank y'all again for joining the membership. There are two levels. There's a merino level, which is a support level, and it's not very expensive at all, very easy to do. And then alpaca level is a little bit more, but you get a free pattern every single month that you're an alpaca member. So I have two levels that you can choose from. So thank you so much for choosing a level and coming in to help me keep this channel on the air. So thank you so much. I don't run any video ads. Last week we ran a few because YouTube had not taken my direction to not do the videos, and you have video ads, so you have to tell YouTube more than once to do that. And so I missed the second time. It was really probably my fault, but we did show a few, but I fixed that just a few minutes into the video release. So we were pretty good there. I don't run video ads during my show. At the beginning and the end, you might see some, but I don't run them during the time that I'm talking. I don't like to be interrupted. Never did. And so I still don't want to on YouTube. So again, thank you for joining me today. I hope you are inspired or entertained or something by what I do on this channel today. Okay, today I have several whips to show you and also a couple of finished objects. So I'm going to show you the first one right now. This is the Simple Summer Top. This is a new pattern on Etsy. If you can go out there, and I'll put the link to it down in the description box. And I've also, Mr. On the Hook has put it out on Amazon as a booklet. It's already printed. It's like this. It has the name of the pattern and a nice cover on it, and some writing on the back, picture of Jeannie on there, and then all the pattern is inside, already printed up for you in a nice package. So it's out there, and you can order that, and you don't have to pay any shipping if you're a Prime member of Amazon, which a lot of people are. So you don't have to pay shipping on it if you're a Prime member. So go out there and take a look at it. It's the exact pattern that I'm showing on Etsy. On Etsy, you have to go out and print it if you want it, or you can just download it to your computer, however you want to do it. But this one has, I think it's 10 pages. I think it's 10 pages, but on Amazon, it's a little bit longer. So I think he's added a special bonus in there. I'm not really sure. I think he added the Sunny Summer Scarf, but I'm not sure. I'll ask him and get back to you all about that. But anyway, this is the newest pattern I have on my Etsy shop. I'm wearing the sweater, and I'm going to stand up and show this to you. Okay, this is the Simple Summer Top, and I've been working on this for quite a while because I started it. I used the wrong stitch pattern for crochet. This is a DK weight wool, merino wool, and it's not a wool, it's Highland wool, excuse me, it's not merino, but it's very, very soft. I've already blocked this. I washed it in some wool wash, and then I let it dry, and it turned out really nice. I made this actually smaller than I usually make my sweaters. I made this with no ease, and you can take a look at it. There's no ease in this sweater. It's just, it fits me pretty tight. Not tight, it just fits, it scans my body right there. And it doesn't have any extra ease in it at the bottom. So I designed it that way, and then I changed my mind, and then I didn't do anything about it. So I went ahead and just blocked it as it was, and you can see that it turned out really nice. It's so soft. It's softer than it was before I blocked it. I think that just softens some of the wool. I'll show you the back. The back is right about the right height for me. The right length is about mid-hip, and I do like it that way. It's just perfect length for me. It's a perfect length for me. Now I'm wearing this with some tan dress pants and some deck shoes, and very casual today. And Mr. On the Hook and I have some things to do this evening, so I'm already dressed and ready to go. I'm also wearing a tan colored tank top underneath this. You have to, if you make it the way I told you to make it. There are windows rows all the way across, and it's just more appropriate to wear a tank top under it, but it doesn't make it any hotter. It's really very cool. It's got plenty of holes in it, so it doesn't make you hot, and the tank top makes it more modest. So that's what I'm wearing it with today. And again, this is the simple summer top. This sweater is actually very easy to make for you beginners out there. You have no problem with this. There are no decreases or increases in this sweater. Now, I give you the option of doing some if you want to, but you don't have to in order to get the sweater finished and get it on. You don't have to decrease or increase. So I've made it extra special for the beginner crocheters. It's easy to make. Now, let's talk about one other finished object that I have that Crystal's modeling this morning. This is the classic knit top, and I finished this earlier in the week. I finished this late in the week, so I have two finished objects. Really proud of these. This is a knitted top that I made from a kit from Lion Brand. Y'all have heard me talk about it before. It's called the Classic Knit Top. Easy to find on Lion Brand, and it's the easiest thing you could possibly knit. It's just really easy. Sewing it together is harder than knitting it. I mean, it's just, it's so much fun to make. And it turned out so nice with this superwash merino yarn that you can get on Lion Brand. I always buy 4 skeins because you pull it out 2 at a time. You're putting 2 strands together. You're knitting 2 strands together. And there's a little bit of a garter stitch up here, which is just all knit stitches. It's really not difficult at all, and it gives the sweater a really nice look at the top. At the bottom is a 4x4 rib. I've talked about this before. I downsized the needle from a size 11 to a 10.5, and it made the stitches a little bit closer together. You can't really see through it. It's just a tiny bit. Not really. I'm not touching it there. I'm touching it there. But I could easily wear this without a tank top under. It's very, very cool. I love it. I've worn it around the house a little bit this week, but I didn't want to wear it too much before I showed it on my channel. So this is the Classic Knit Top from Lion Brand Kits, and this is the Simple Summer Top from Etsy. So that's where you can get these patterns. And again, loving both of these finished objects. Now, keeping with the knitting, the other day, or I guess last week, I ordered some Premier Bloom DK from Premier Yarns. Let me get this up here where you can see it. Premier Yarns DK self-striping floral print. Now, I was just curious to see how this would look because they show it knitted right there. They show it like it's got little flowers on it, and it's knitted, but there's a lot of space here between the lines, between the flower lines. So I have started a new top. It's just a easy knitted top, nothing difficult at all. And for the bottom edge of the sweater, I'm using the garter stitch, like the top of that sweater over there. I did the bottom of this one. I'm actually knitting it bottom up. I could knit it top down. I don't guess it would matter that much. The stitches might be upside down or something, but this is what it looks like. I just found some of that flower color right as I was starting the sweater, and now I'm in the white part, so I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'll be interested to see how the lines are with the colors. They're supposed to make flowers. I've heard about this for a long time, and I knew if I crocheted it wouldn't look like that, because when they show knitted projects like that, they don't look anything like that crocheted. So now that I'm a little bit of a knitter, not much, but I do knit just a little bit, I'll be able to see how that looks, if they're actually accurate about what it's supposed to look like knitted. I guess it is. They called for a smaller needle size though, and I'm using a larger one, so I'm not sure if it's going to work out, but I'll see this week. I'll probably get along far enough to see if it's going to work or not. So again, that's Premier Bloom DK, and the pattern is called the Temperature Tea. It's a free pattern, and as free patterns go, there's not much information in it, but they do give you all the sizes from a child all the way up to an extra large adult. So it's pretty nice, and mostly what they're just telling you is how many you cast on. You just make 2 pieces just alike and sew them together. It's the same thing, and there's a picture of the sweater, and they don't even put an edging around the bottom. They just start knitting. Stockinette knit. Stockinette stitch. That's all they do. And that's knit one side, purl the other. So there's nothing extraordinary about this, but I thought, you know what, I can just look at that, and they tell you to cast on 80 for my size. So I thought I'll just try that and see how it goes. And I'm always on the web looking for easy knitting patterns, because I am just a beginner knitter, so I don't really have a lot of experience yet, but I have made 3 of those tops. Where is it? 3 of those tops already in a kind of a large medium and a small medium, and then in a medium with a smaller needle size. So I'm experimenting to see how that sweater goes. I might make another one sometime. You never know. I might have to use some other yarn though, because I've worn out that merino yarn. 3 different colors. I guess there are other colors out there too. They still stock it, so Lion Brand has that yarn. But I found this. This is on the Darling J'adore. Darling J'adore. That means darling I adore, or we're adoring, or something. This is the classic tee. They're calling this. The other one is called Classic Knit Top, but this is Classic Tee. And look how cute that is. It looks pretty simple, and it's top down. I'd like to try a top down sweater. I know that I could probably do it if I have enough instruction. And this has a lot of instruction in it. There are probably 12 pages of instruction in here. So I should be able to make that. I'm putting it back. I'm not going to try it right now, but I do have it out here on my desk, and I'd like to find some yarn that I can use for that. I think I have some already, so I might just go ahead and take a shot at it. But I want to finish this too. I want to be sure I finish this up. This is the Gerbera is the color name, Gerbera, Gerbera, and it's a huge skein of yarn. There's 656 yards on this thing. It's huge. Look how big that is. And I have 2 of them, so I should be able to make a coat out of that, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to make a simple sweater, and I may end up giving away one of those skeins. But it's almost enough to make one of these sweaters. Look at me, pointing the wrong way. There we go. One of those sweaters. It may be enough to do that if you pull from the middle and the outside at the same time. So we'll see. Now, another work in progress. I'm through with the knitting part right now. Another work in progress is this, and this is for my fall lookbook. Y'all were excited about fall lookbook. I will be creating one. I've already got a lot of ideas. I have them in a large bag. I have the yarn to make the items with, and the ideas, I've written them down, and so I know what I'm going to do. So the fall lookbook is in process, and I'll be coming up with that hopefully at the end of August or 1st of September. I will publish that, and it'll be a book like this, or you might be able to get it on Etsy. This was the one from 2 years ago, 5 Fall Crochet Pattern Collection, and it's got 5 patterns in there. It's all color inside. It's really super duper. But I'll also put it out on Etsy, so if you want to print it yourself, you can do that. Not a problem. Now, this is one of the patterns that I'm making. I'm not going to show all my patterns, but this is made with pastoral knits, and some of y'all might remember that yarn. It was available on, I believe it was Mary Maxim when I got this, pastoral knits. A beautiful, beautiful yarn. It's a number 2 yarn. It's small, but it's not fingering weight. It's bigger than that. It's super nice. I really love this. It's just Absolutely beautiful, but they've discontinued it. But I had 4 large skeins of this, and I thought I'll make a top out of this and get the pattern going, and then I will find some other yarns that you could use, or you can look on your own. But this is what it looks like so far. It's going to be really, really pretty. Look how pretty the pastoral knits are when you crochet them. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the way it looks. I love the way it looks crocheted up. I made an Agnes sweater from this in another slightly different color. I think it was a kind of a pink color, and it turned out so nice. And I really love this yarn, but it's discontinued, as I said. I found a little bit of it on Etsy. A couple of girls have those on their websites, and I mean, if you were just really wanted to get that particular kind of yarn, you could do that, but there are plenty of other yarns you can use. It's just, that's a really nice number 2 acrylic yarn. I really love that, and that's called Pastoral Knits. And again, you can go on the web and maybe find some of it on eBay or on Etsy, and if you really, really want to use this particular kind of yarn. But as you notice, I am using my yarn holder that I bought a couple weeks ago. Remember that? Super nice. I'm loving this. All you do is just pull your yarn. Now see, I've got it tangled up here. But all you do is pull your yarn off like that, and it just rolls off. Super nice, super nice. And I can sit in my chair and actually do that. I did all of that sweater part, about this much, just in the last couple of days, and I'm using my yarn holder, so that helps it a lot. That's one whip that I have going, and I have another a scarf that I'm going to make a pattern for, and it's already finished. I just have to write it down, get it out there, get it ready to go for my fall lookbook. Okay, I have a new blanket in the works. This is being made from Hirschner's Wildflower yarn. This is a new yarn this spring. It's a supposedly limited colorways. They're beautiful colorways. There's blue, and I got the blue and a peach, an off-white, kind of a cream color, and a multicolor. I did that. I got those 4, and I ordered them from Hirschner's. And each skein has a ton of yarn on it. This is it has 489 yards. Okay, that's close to 500 yards on that. And I have 4 of these, so I have 2,000 yards almost of that. So I'm using my Christmas time coverlet pattern, and I'm making, which is to me very easy to do. And I don't have to think too hard when I'm making it. So this is what it looks like so far. I started out with the peach at the bottom, then I used the multicolor yarn, then the kind of a beigey color yarn, and a multicolor, the blue multicolor. So I'm alternating multicolor with the solid colors on this, and it's going to be really nice. It's pretty soft, it's nice, but I'm doing a yarn review here. This is Hirschner's, really nice yarn, but I'm telling you, it is not as nice as this yarn. And this is the Heather's Worsted 8 from Hirschner's. If I had it to do over again, I would buy more of this. This is so soft. This is absolutely very, very soft. And the difference in these two, this one is harsh. When you pull it out, the yarn is not as soft and nice as this yarn right here, as the Worsted 8 Heather's. This is a lot softer, a lot bigger, a lot easier to work with. It's very, very nice. Totally different from this. This is more like Red Heart Super Saver. I mean, it's maybe not even as nice as that. I shouldn't say, I hate to say that kind of thing, but this, I'll tell you, I think the reason is this is made in China. I did not know that. It said imported on their website. So if it had said made in China, I probably wouldn't have bought it, because I know the Chinese yarn that I've gotten before is just not that soft. I don't know what it is about Chinese yarn. I could care less where it's made, but I know that making it in China they have a different process or something. Now, it's very, very neat. When it comes out, it's perfect. It had a starter tab on each one of the skeins, so you could just pull it out and start. Not a problem. That was awesome. All the Hirschner yarns are like that, the ones that I bought anyway. But this one is made in Turkey. Totally different yarn, honestly. They're both worsted, but the feel is different. The way they crochet is different. They're just totally different. But I do love these colors, so I'm going to continue on with my beautiful little blanket. This is for our blanket drive at church, and it's just about 40 inches wide, and I'm going to make it, 40 by 40 or something like that. So it's going to be perfect, and I just work on this when I can, but I wanted to show you the difference in those because, again, if I was going to buy more Hirschner's yarn, it would not be this particular colorway, those set of colorways. Now, they're very pretty. I mean, when they came, I was just so excited, and then when I started crocheting, it was a different story. But that is one of the whips that I have on the hook this week. By the way, for that Christmas time coverlet that I'm making, I just talked about, I'm using a K hook to make that, but I used an L hook to chain up. Just FYI. All right, another blanket that I have going for the little blanket drive is this Ripple Afghan, and I've gotten pretty far on this. I've done pretty well with it. Every now and then I'll do 3 rows instead of 2. I don't understand that. I did it down here and I did it up here, but I get to watching TV and I just add another row, and I'm not going to rip it out. So I get 2 or 3 rows of each color, and this is Red Heart Super Saver Jade Speckle is the speckledy yarn right here, and the other one is a Big Twist Value Mint colorway. Very, very pretty. I'm also making this with a K hook, and I chained up with an L, so that makes it lay down really nicely on the end. See, it's not having a problem or anything. I'm about a third of the way through this, maybe a fourth, and these are the 2 yarns that I'm using. Super beautiful. I really like the way it's turned out. And I never told you where I was getting that pattern. I got the pattern from this Vanna's Choice Color It Beautiful Afghans. Love every Afghan in here. I would make every Afghan in here if I wasn't making garments, but I would just get the yarn from Vanna's yarn. I love her yarn. It's so beautiful. It's called Vanna's Choice, and this is the pattern right here, and it's called, let me find the name of it here, the Tasseled Afghan. Now, she has a whole section of Ripple Afghans, and I tried a couple of them. I didn't like them, but this one is easy to follow. I don't have to count so many stitches on this one. So this is the Tasseled Afghan from the Vanna's Choice Color It Beautiful Afghans book. You can get this on Amazon. There's a link down in the description, or I think it's in my, I think the link is in my store. I have an Amazon store where I put everything that, I try to put everything that I talk about on my show. So if you're looking for that book, for example, or anything else that you see me talk about, I usually have it out on my Amazon store. Another whip that I have on the hook is the Wisteria Cottage Cardi. And I made this in like a coat length. It's really long and heavy. I made it out of a worsted yarn, but I'm doing a DK yarn now, and I bought this from Premier. This is Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday DK, and this is the colorway Cream. I did have some linen. I'm shipping that out to somebody who's buying it from me, and I went out and got this, and it came quicker than I thought it would. But I'm making a very lightweight cardigan, and it's not going to be coat length. It's just going to be like mid-hip, maybe even shorter than that, depending on how it works out with the squares. But these are the motifs, and this is one out of, I've done 11 of these, I think, already. I've just take it in the car and do one on the way wherever we're going. And I try to get done with it before we get where we're going. So anyway, it's very, very light and very drapey, which I had a feeling it was going to be. Now, I'm using a J hook with this, and it is very loose. See, the stitches are pretty loose there, but there again, I'm going to sew them all together. It'll be fine. It'll turn out really nicely. I'm not worried about it a bit, but that's one of the motifs, and then I'll line them all up and make a, I'm not going to do them in the diagonal, but make them just like a jacket, just like a cardigan. And then I'll probably put a very wide band around so I don't have too many of these. I'll have to see. It's a work in progress, as I say, but I'm using this particular pattern to make it, Wisteria Cottage Cardi. And a lot of y'all have liked that. That's so awesome. I'm glad you like that. It's a great cardigan or coat. And when I get through with this, I'll take some pictures of it and we'll put it into the pattern so you can see the different ways that you can make this particular cardigan. Some of you wanted to know what was in the fall lookbook, and this particular, remember this, so I just talked about this, that's the Elaine sweater. named after a friend of mine, so sweet, a nice, beautiful lady, and I kind of ran out of names. I have a lot of patterns out there, lots of sweaters and tops and scarves, and I've named them after everybody in the family except for, I think I've got everybody, and so except for my son, I didn't name anything after him. But this is the Elaine sweater, and I'm going to publish that in the fall lookbook, and I'll show you my progress on that. I may show you the progress on all the patterns. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of wanted it to be a surprise, but you know what my fall lookbooks are. They're, several patterns all together. So that is the Elaine sweater, and then I have, like I said, 3 scarves. I'll have a cardigan. I've already got it designed. I love it. I love, love, love it. And I'll be doing that as well, and also a bag. And this is a bag that has been very, very popular. It kind of went viral when it came out from one of the fashion houses, and I've made the pattern and I've done it with the yarn that it called for, and it may have a leather strap on it, it may have just a crocheted strap, we'll see. I haven't finished designing that yet, but I've started making it. It's going to be really, really cute, and we're going to line it and we're going to put a zipper in it too, and it's not hard to do. I promise you, it's not hard to do. But anyway, that's what's going to be in the fall lookbook. Now let's talk about diamond painting. I do diamond painting, and I have a very, very short little bit of a reel to show you what I've done this week on my Evening Stars painting by Carla Gerard, and sponsored by Craft Ease. An extremely close and quick look at my newest diamond painting. This is Evening Stars by Carla Gerard and sponsored by Craft Ease. Let's get him out of the way there. Sponsored by Craft Ease. Thank you so much for doing that. Really love these. I've already got one up in my bathroom. You can see it on my last video. But this one, I've actually finished the line here all the way to the end. And now I'm working up here in the corner. And I've done all of this week. It's quite a bit, actually. And I'm also working on this part. And I have a little bit of this done here. But I have the release paper on top of it, so it doesn't get dirt and dust in it. I want to be sure that I don't ruin my painting by allowing dust to fall on it. And there's a lot of dust and yarn, little pieces in the air from my studio here. So I always keep this covered up when there's adhesive showing. So if I haven't done a section, I try to keep it covered up until I get through, and then I move on to the next one. And I have these 2.5 trees left to go, but I finished that one, and I really like this tree. This is a pretty green tree right here. And I finished the purple tree, very beautiful as well. Beautiful purple tree. And of course, all the cottages are done, and the Evening Stars are almost finished. I have a little bit left over here to do, but most of it is done. So I have another few weeks left maybe to do on this particular painting, and I'll be hanging this in my powder room like I did the one from last video. So if you want to watch that, my quick look at the diamond painting from last video, it's there. So this is my progress this week. I hope y'all like that. It was just a quick look at what I've done this week. I've been busy crocheting and knitting. I haven't done as much on my diamond painting as I'd like to, but I only missed a night or two. I usually put in an hour every single night, and I missed a couple of nights. And one night I didn't feel all that great. So I didn't feel like diamond painting, but that's okay. It's okay. No big deal. Now, let's turn, no, we're not going to do that yet. Let's talk about giveaways. This week, we're giving away 3 gifts, and one is a 2-hour dishcloth book. I just noticed I paid $8 for that thing. But I don't think I made any of the dishcloths in here because I was busy doing other things. But there's some beautiful dishcloths in here. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And they're all crocheted. So y'all can, whoever wins this will have lots and lots of dishcloths they can make. Beautiful, beautiful. And you can make a blanket out of these too. Just keep going. When you chain up to about 40 or 50 inches, and then just use the stitch pattern that are in this book. I do that all the time. But here is a look at all the dishcloths in here. And a lot of y'all wanted this. It's very pretty. Beautiful for Christmas gifts. If you make some in the color of the person's kitchen and do 3 and then roll them up, put a ribbon around them, and that's a beautiful present. People love that stuff. So anyway, that's the dishcloth book, and the key word there was dish. The second book is the Hip to Be Square totes and bags, and some beautiful, some of them are granny bags, some of them are not, but really beautiful bags in here. All kinds of just really beautiful bags, just beautiful. And a lot of y'all like this idea too, so you use the word bag as the keyword in your comment, and you're in the running for that too. And also the cute little hat that I made from James Brett Yarn. The cute little hat. And I made this from a pattern from Crochet Nation. Speaking of which, Crochet Nation is published by a company called the Kindness Company. Here's the pattern for the hat, actually. Made by the Kindness Company. And they've come out with a Knit Nation. It's called Knit Nation. It's a publication just like this one. Let me turn it around here. This is the front. It says Knit Nation on it. Knit Nation. And you can get one free, so I signed up for that one. I missed that free thing for Crochet Nation. It just went right past me, and I didn't do it. So I went ahead and I bought a subscription for a year of this Crochet Nation, and I'll be showing that to you every single month, so you'll see what's in here. But Knit Nation will be here before too long, and I'll get to show you that as well. But anyway, this is the hat that I made from the pattern in Crochet Nation. It was cute, and it was easy to do. Here, that's what it looks like. And this is knit. This is crocheted with James Brett yarn that I bought from Hobby Rocks. She's in England, and y'all know her as Crochet Rocks, I think. Really nice YouTube channel. I've been watching her for years, actually, since she first started. And she has some James Brett yarn in her shop, and I bought some. And y'all, I showed that to you a while back, and you may be seeing that again next week. I don't know. But anyway, that's what this is made from. Really beautiful. The colorways are just gorgeous. So anyway, those are the 3 gifts we have this week. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these gifts this week. Okay, here we are at the computer, and we're going to select a winner for the book with all the tote bags in it, the crocheted tote bags. And so I put the address of the video up there at the top and the word bags. So we're going to come over here and see who wins this book. This is the book with all the tote bags in it. If you're a crocheter, you can make these. The winner is Emma Roundy. Emma Roundy. I think that's right. So Emma, you have won the Crochet Totes and Bags book. Congratulations. Now let's go back up here, and we're going to change the word. And the word's going to be dish. And this is for the dishcloth booklet or book. And that is, okay, let's go over here and see who wins the booklet with all the tote bags in it. I'm sorry, the dishcloths. This is for the dishcloths. And Pat Laporte. Pat Laporte? I'm not really sure. But you've got the word in your comment, so congratulations, Pat. And let's go over here and put another word in, and this word will be for the hat that I made. This is made by Jeannie at Crochet, On the Hook Crochet. It's early in the morning. Okay, let's go over here and see who wins the hat that I crocheted, and that is Karen M7197. Karen M7197. You have won the hat that I crocheted. So congratulations to all of our winners. Congratulations to our winners. Please send me an email with winner in the subject line, what you won, and your name and address to Jeannie at onthehookcrochet.com, and I will get that out to you in the mail. Now, I have a couple of gifts that haven't been claimed yet. The 12 months of crochet has not been claimed, and your initials are DW, so be sure to go back and look at the video. And then there's also some green premier, which is here, and this winner's initials are GC. GC. This is the anti-pilling everyday worsted in spruce that I made the Wisteria Cottage Cardi out of. Those 2 skeins haven't been claimed yet, so be sure to send me an email and let me know who you are and what you won, and I will give it to you. Now for next week, Keepsake Baby Afghans. This is a beautiful book. I actually made one of these for one of my grandchildren, and I think it was this one right here. Pretty sure that was it. In kind of a light blue, because we knew he was a boy. So I'm kind of old-fashioned like that. Here's an example of what's in here. They're not difficult Afghans at all. They're not difficult to make. They're just beautiful when you make them the way they say. It's really, really beautiful. So actually the one I made was white. I'm sorry. It looked like this one, but I used this pattern, I believe. That's what I did. I used this pattern, did it in white. I love the look of this one, but it was a little bit more than I wanted to deal with. So I made the other one in white, and it was so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Anyway, this is Keepsake Baby Afghans. I probably won't be making any more of these. These are for like communions and baptisms and things like that. But, you know, whatever. Beautiful book, and that will be a gift next week, and the keyword there is baby. Now, here is a book from Creative Grandma. This was designed all by Glenda Winkleman. There she is right there. That's her name, Glenda Winkleman. She is Creative Grandma, and she put this book out on Annie's, and I didn't know it. I went out and bought it to support her, and I never did make any of these, but they are so cute. Look at this. For a gift for your mom or your sister, your aunt, or a good friend. How cute is that? They have the pot holders and the dishcloth that you roll over the oven handle, and they stay there. They're so cute. Look at that. I love these, and I loved them when I saw it. This is my very favorite, of course. It's on the cover, and the round pot holders, I really love those. It's really, really cute. They're vintage style. Here's one. Here's a whole picture of one. Isn't that cute? Look at that. Well, here we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I just love that. I think that's so cute. Anyway, I probably won't be making these, so I'm going to give away the book, Dress Me Up Towel Toppers. And the keyword there is dress, D-R-E-S-S, D-R-E-S-S, right there. Dress is the keyword. And those are from Annie's. It's a really super nice book, very high quality book. And finally, for our third gift, I'm giving away what I have left of the Emotions Double Knitting by James Brett. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I made the hat that I just showed you. I made the hat from this, and look at that. It is so beautiful. This is a DK. The colorway is called Interest, and it's 474 yards on this. This is a big skein. Look how big this skein is, a big skein of yarn. And then I'm going to give you what I have left, which is probably about maybe a third of a skein right here that I didn't use for my hat. And I also did a couple of other sweater starts, and I didn't like them too much. They weren't the right colors for me, so I went ahead and just cut them off. I didn't frog them out or anything. So this is what I'm giving away next week. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. I mean, for a scarf, that would be so gorgeous right there. And I ought to keep it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give it away. And the keyword there is Brett, B-R-E-T-T. Let me find it on here. James Brett is the brand. And if you've never used it, you should try some. B-R-E-T-T, Brett is the keyword. B-R-E-T-T, Brett is the keyword. And you'll be in the running for this gift next week. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I ask you to do that so that YouTube knows that you like it, and I also know that it's content that you might like me to do more of, so be sure to do that. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. There are a lot of y'all who aren't subscribed, and if you'll click that bell, then you'll know when I release a new video. It's very rare. Once a week is all I ever do for the most part. So please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Also, you can join as a community member, an email community, and receive special offer codes for patterns. You get first notice of patterns that are coming out. And if you're in the community now, you will have received an email last night, and that was with a substantial offer code for patterns in my Etsy shop, and that pattern that I'm sending it out for. Actually, you can use it on any number of patterns. one time, and that's good. I think it's great. It's a substantial percentage off, and you can get all the patterns that you've had in your cart. I know I look out there and I see a lot of patterns in carts, and I'm guessing that you're waiting for an offer code, and if you are, that's great. Go ahead and use it, and that should have been out last night to the email community, so that is one of the perks you get. And also, when you sign up to be in the email community, you will receive a free pattern from me, a free pattern when you sign up. So also we have memberships here as well, and I appreciate the people who've signed up already. Feel free to sign up for a membership. You get a free pattern at the beginning of every month. So I hope you've had a good time with me. I hope you've been inspired. I hope you've gotten some ideas for things to do, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And join me next time to find out what's on the hook.